Michael Morris leads America's largest electricity generator with over 39,000 miles of network, and right now he needs to be at full stretch. According to recent forecasts, the US grid is going to add 20% of new users in the next 10 years. AEP, of course, will have a major role to play. So just how is the grid going to cope?
When we had the 03 outage, a lot of people said we had a third world grid. That just isn't accurate. What we have is a very bifurcated grid. It was built not even regionally, it was built very locally as each utility served their own needs. And ultimately, over time, we have knitted that together. Today, if you look at energy consumption and the ability of technology to allow energy to flow over great distances without as much loss, federal regulation is essential. And not only federal regulation, but ultimately federal allocation of the cost. Because what we do today is we spend an inordinate amount of time arguing over you should pay or I should pay. You take a region of the country where you think you may need 4 or 5 stations to be built. If the grid were truly interconnected, you might only need to build 2 or 3 of those stations. Build 3 of them instead of 5 of them, you've saved the U.S. economy a tremendous amount of money.
Addressing AEP growth at a recent shareholder meeting, Michael Morris said that actions taken in late 2008 and early 2009 have helped to assure the company's stability in these weak economic conditions and have it positioned to resume growth when the economy recovers. I asked him just how he's safeguarded AEP's future.
We are an A2, P2 credit-rated utility as it pertains to commercial paper. Companies like ours and other utilities around the United States depend substantially on commercial paper to fund the day-to-day operations of a business. Worried that that might not sustain through a extended credit crunch if it came, we took down those lines of credit. We then moved quickly into the equity markets in Q1 09 to take advantage of what we saw as an opportunity to put additional equity into the system, help to balance out the debt-equity ratio in our balance sheet. In addition to that, of course, as many people know from our earnings call and updates, we've cut our capital budget to $1.8 billion for 2010. If times were different, we would have that capital investment up in the $2.5 to $3 billion range, because that's the kind of money that needs to be spent on the system.
And on that people level, what are you telling your staff at the moment?
You all have an economy that you run. It's called your household. Ours is no different than your household. It's just a few more zeros. The fact of the matter is, I'm sure that every one of our employees has throttled back some in vacation planning or new car purchases, or any of those things, probably saving more than they did historically, all of those things, paying down credit cards more rapidly than they did before, making sure their mortgage is in good shape, renegotiating it to lower the cost of mortgage if they can. That honest conversation is essential.
For more fantastic interviews directly related to your business, be sure to explore Meet the Boss TV.